3, 2.
So once upon a time there was a blue dragon. His name was Blue. His favorite holiday was Halloween, and his best friends were his cats. His cats went everywhere with him, and their favorite place was the pumpkin patch. They would always go to the pumpkin patch, pick out pumpkins, big or small. They didn't care, they just always took them back home and would carve them. And then one day, Fox and Alligator came around, and they're like, "What are you doing, Blue?" And Blue goes, "Well, I gotta carve my pumpkins, it's Halloween, Halloween's my favorite." And they laughed at him and laughed, and as he was creating his project with his pumpkins, they really didn't understand what he was gonna make out of them. They just don't like Halloween like Blue does. And then when he got his project all done, they were like stunned and amazed. They couldn't believe what it was, and they got really scared and ran away or ran back to their moms. And then Blue's like, "I don't understand why they're so scared." So he turned around and looked back at his pumpkins, and then he got scared. And he didn't know what to do. He was like, "Did I really just create that? Halloween's not supposed to be scary. I love Halloween." So he ran back to his house to cover up under his bed and hope the monsters did not come and get him. And then the next morning got better because he got invited to a Halloween costume party. And knowing Blue, he loves Halloween, so him and his cats read the invitation by the fire, and their next objective was to figure out what he was going to wear to the costume party. He started brainstorming some ideas. He could be a mummy, a vampire, a witch, and he decided, well, I might as well be all three. He had a little goofy homemade costume, but he thought it was pretty cool, and so did his cats. But on Halloween night, when it was time to go to the party, he started walking there, and there was a thunderstorm. So by the time he got to the party, his costume did not look like it did when he left home. At Piggy's house, they all made fun of him, laughed at him, and made lots of jokes. So Blue, he was actually feeling a little under the blue because he got pretty sad. So he decided to go back home on that Halloween night, which is very sad because he loves Halloween, and now he's sad on Halloween night. So on that full moon night, he walked back to his house to know that he could always count on his cats, his best friends. But when he was walking back home, he heard a sound. He stopped, and then looked and screamed. And he ran all the way back to his house, to his cats, and they made some pumpkin pie, and his Halloween was not a disaster after all. And that's the story about Dragon Blue.
Hey, will you just blank that out?